Here we are then. This is Armin van Buuren, X One World Radio. It's a balanced special. My name is AdamK. You're hearing this exclusively, and I'm joined by the man himself on album release day, Armin van Buuren.
What's up?
So this is exciting, and we're kicking off. You tell us, what is this track you are starting with?
This is the big single from the album, and finally I can share it with you. It's a collaboration with no other than Neo, Unlove You.
Big deal. Here we are, One World Radio, the sound of Tomorrowland. This is all live, and it's all exclusive.
Tell me where, why the hell they do that? We went from heart to kitchen to making love, and when you see me now, it's a pound of a pat on my back. Am I supposed to act like you ain't used to throw it back like that? Off that alcohol. Tell me how am I supposed to only look at you as my homie? I'm gonna keep it real, girl, I can't do that at all. No, say we can't be lovers, we can't be friends. Something I just don't think I can do, no. Say we can't be lovers, we can't be friends. 'Cause I don't know how to unlove you, how to unlove you. How the hell did you expect me to not think about the shower when I see you? I used to have your legs shaking. Now when you see me as fake friends, what the hell am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to act like you ain't used to throw it back like that? Off that alcohol. Tell me how am I supposed to only look at you as my homie? I'm gonna keep it real, girl, I can't do that at all. No, say we can't be lovers, we can't be friends. Something I just don't think I can do, no. Say we can't be lovers, we can't be friends. 'Cause I don't know how to unlove you. Say we can't be lovers, we can't be friends. Something I just don't think I can do, no. Say we can't be lovers, we can't be friends. 'Cause I don't know how to unlove you, how to unlove you. We can't be friends. How the hell am I supposed to unlove you?
Wish I could tell you that the rumors weren't true. Wish I had learned how to lie. I made mistakes and they will only hurt you. I cut our hearts on the line. Lying is for politicians, and you deserve the recognition. I was wrong, we both know that's the truth. I can't uncry the tears you tasted, give back all the time I wasted. But if I could ask one thing from you, don't give up on me till we reach the glory. Don't give up on me, yeah. Don't give up on me, still my one and only. Don't give up on me, yeah. Don't give up on me, don't give up on me. Don't give up on me, don't give up on me. Don't give up on me, don't give up on me. Don't give up on me. I took for granted we were racing alone. I was asleep in the war. I know my mom was right when she told me, son, every day you wake up a little more. Lying is for politicians, and you deserve the recognition. I was wrong, we both know that's the truth. I Can't uncry the tears you tasted, give back all the time I wasted. But if I could ask one thing from you, don't give up on me till we reach the glory. Don't give up on me, yeah. Don't give up on me, still my one and only. Don't give up on me, yeah. Don't give up on me, don't give up on me. Don't give up on me, don't give up on me. Don't give up on me, don't give up on me. Don't give up on me. Don't give up on me. We've come too far to just give in. Don't give up on me. As long as our love is still breathing. All I'm asking of you is don't give up on me. Don't give up on me till we reach the glory. Don't give up on me, yeah. Don't give up on me, still my one and only. Don't give up on me, yeah. Don't give up on me now. Don't give up on me now.
So we are broadcasting from the Estate of Trance studio. You can watch us on YouTube and on Facebook Live. And right now, I've got Armin van Buuren.
What's up?
But I'm in your hot seat. Do you mind? Is this okay? Is it strange? Is it all right?
Is it comfortable?
Mate, it's a beautiful view and I sound amazing. Wow, this is brilliant. What an experience. You want to see this right now. We are celebrating the album launch of Balance, and we've just heard 2 tracks from the album. So you tell us the stories behind these, Armin. You've started with Neo. Where did that hookup come from?
It's actually a song that we've been working on for a year and a half secretly. But you know, he's a big artist, and and we want to make sure that he's happy and his lawyers are happy and everybody's happy.
Okay.
So that's what we've been working on secretly. And you heard the extended mix. Let's start with talking about Balance. It's 28 brand new tracks, or 14 tracks that were previously unreleased. Yep. 14 new ones. And yeah, it's a new chapter in my life, my 7th artist album, and the idea is to show different sides of myself. And we're all gonna try and cram it into 1 hour, which is impossible because the album takes more than 1 hour. So, but I played you the single with Neo and the single that was already previously released with Lucas and Steve and Josh Cumby, who I worked with on Sunny Days.
Yep.
Don't Give Up on Me. And yeah, that track is really special to me as well because I co-wrote the lyrics on that one. The lyric, every day you wake up a little more, is a quote from my mother, which is actually the idea behind the album. We're always looking for balance, but everything is changing around you. Your world is changing around you. Music is changing. The way we listen to music is changing. And so, yeah, I'm trying to find balance in between my development as an artist, because I haven't really stopped as an artist. I've progressed, and some people like it, some people don't. But I will never forget my roots. I know I'm a trance guy. I love making trance music, and so I want to use this hour on One World Radio, if you let me, to show both sides of myself. So the artist Armin van Buuren has progressed. He's moved on. He's found inspiration in new collaborations. The DJ Armin van Buuren wants to please his fans and wants to stay loyal to my roots as a trance DJ. So what I want to do in this hour is show you both sides of myself.
So there's also, and I think you're constantly seeking the perfect imbalance to be balanced, right? In a weird way.
Yeah.
Do you ever think you're ever perfectly in the middle?
No. I mean, that's, you're only as good as your last set. And every track I release, every album I do, every set I play at Tomorrowland, I always have a feeling of doubt after. Mm-hmm. I always ask my wife and my crew around me, was that good? Did you like it? I mean, are you sure? Was it? I mean,
they're your biggest critics, right? They know you best.
And then it usually happens years later that people say, that set you played in 2015 or 2016 changed my life. Mm-hmm. Really? You should have told me earlier.
but the thing is, it takes time, right? It takes time to sink in, takes time to resonate. So Let's talk. We're here for the music. So here's with another track. We've got so much to talk about, and we need to talk about Gaia as well, and all of the other things that you're involved with.
Well, so let's go for a little bit of imbalance, as you said it.
Nice.
Let's show a different side of myself, a different tempo. It's a pop track,
right?
And it's the opening track of the album, and it's a track I did with Avalon, and you're going to hear a lot more from this guy. Super talented, and I'm really curious to see what you think of it.
Sucker for Love, right?
Here we go.
a sucker for love, diamonds in the rough. I see you all of the time, got you haunting my mind for more. We keep slamming the doors, throwing clothes on the floor. Baby, we fuss and we fight till I'm too paralyzed to know that I'm a sucker for love, but I keep fucking it up. Give me a place or a time and I'll make sure that I'll be right where you are. Cause I'm a sucker for love, but I keep fucking it up. Give me a place or a time and I'll make sure that I'll be right where you are. Cause I'm a sucker for love. On whatever we heard, crazy shit that we said. Between every wrong, every right, on my heart's gotta try and erase. I think I don't understand, all things come to an end. But baby, I don't know why we still fall as we fly and last. I'm a sucker for love, but I keep fucking it up. Give me a place or a time and I'll make sure that I'll be right where you are. Cause I'm a sucker for love, but I keep fucking it up. Give me a place or a time and I'll make sure that I'll be right where you are. Cause I'm a sucker for love.
Nice.
You like it?
So that is a pop track that could sit on any top 40 station. Mm-hmm. And
Hopefully.
that's the intention with that, right?
No, absolutely not.
Is it not?
No.
So why not?
I think it's good to point that out, that I didn't make these tracks to be commercial or non-commercial or trance or non-trance. I just went into the studio, opened my heart, and there you go.
So these are the songs that made you happy when making them?
Exactly. It's a result of being in the studio the last 4 years and meeting the people that I've been working with. And I'm not even sure if this is a single. What do you think?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I hear that like on the US.
I mean, I love it, but it's so difficult to know what works these days. So I'm just dropping 28 tracks on my fans and see which one sticks. That's about it.
There's a lot that's going to stick. That's a problem, right? When there's a lot of quality in here. And I know that obviously through the ages that you've had so many different passion points and energies and obviously inspirations. So it's a melting pot, isn't it? And
absolutely, yeah.
It must be difficult as a producer to know just what to do at any one given moment, right?
Well, that's the thing. What I mean with balance is the most important thing for me to be creative in the studio and also to keep inspired and do the trance thing and the DJ thing that I love so much. You got to be in the studio and have fun, because it resonates in your music if you're not having fun. With all due respect for all my trance lovers and the tracks I've done in the past, I can't repeat myself. And I feel that some of trance music is great, but some of it is a little bit stuck in a certain kind of a formula. Mm-hmm. You have this 17 bars of the 16 bars intro and then a 16 bars drop, and every track is sort of built up in the same way. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not criticizing that, but I find it a little bit uninspiring sometimes if tracks are, as everything is like that. And in a track like Sucker for Love, it feels like a relief. So, finally I can free myself of the idea that everything needs to be 138 BPM. I don't say I'm not going to make that anymore, because later on I'll play you a wonderful...
Who's afraid of 1-3? I mean,
exactly. So
But
it's trying to find a balance between keeping it new and keeping it fresh and exciting, and still be loyal to my fans and my roots, where I come from.
But I've listened to the album, and you've said it's taken 4 years to make. But most of it sounds like it was made yesterday.
Really?
So how does that work out? Well, tell you what, let's think about that. Hit us with another track from Balance right now. Let's just go straight in. Where are you going to take us?
Well, you wanted to have some imbalance.
Yes.
So I want to show you different sides of myself. That was a ballad we just played you. So how about a little hardstyle?
Nice.
Darling, I walked alone for a long, long time, in the dark on the west side where we used to go. Thought that I was right to leave. I looked back and saw that you were gone. Find it so hard to believe all that we're still holding on. And I don't ever wanna get you off my mind. So don't let me go. Stay by my side, 'cause my heart won't know how to survive. And though it's hard to feel it right now, know the love is gonna come back around. So don't let me go. Darling, don't let me go. Darling, don't let me go. And though it's hard to feel it right now, know the love is gonna come back around. So don't let me go. Darling, don't let me go. Darling, don't let me go. Try to find something just like what we used to know. Yeah. Took a while to realize what we had, we never left behind. I can see it in your eyes, and I hope that you can see it in mine. And I don't ever wanna hear you say goodbye. So don't let me go. Stay by my side, 'cause my heart won't know how to survive. Yeah, you know it's hard to feel it right now. Know the love is gonna come back around. So don't let me go. Darling, don't let me go. Darling, don't let me go. You know it's hard to feel it right now. Know the love is gonna come back around. Don't let me go. Darling, don't let me go. Darling, don't let me go.
Can I call that accessible hardstyle? Let's go and tell us a story about that record.
It was a vocal I had on the shelf for quite a while, and I was trying to do the 128 thing, the 132 thing, and it just didn't feel right. And I was in the studio a little bit with some friends of mine from The Hague, and I played them the a cappella, and they said, well, what about 150? I said, well, okay, but that's hardstyle, right? So I tried to do the hardstyle production. I did the melodies with Benno, and yeah, we got stuck because I'm not a hardstyle guy. You know, I'm a trance guy, and it's very simple. Same thing with Psytrance. You know, you have to stick to your roots in order to be able to produce that. So I went to the studio with the guys from The Hague, and they helped me with the proper hardstyle production. So the melodies are still, you know, me, but I got a little help with the hardstyle, the proper hardstyle kick and stuff.
But in trance, there's more space, there's more time to do things, right? So that's why you needed the assistance, I guess, because old habits die hard, especially when I need more space to put more things in, right? No, yes?
Yeah.
So look, we are live around the world right now. Armin van Buuren talking about Balance, the album, which is out today. You can watch us live on Facebook or on our YouTube channel. Now, I want to ask about this. We are in the Estate of Trance studio, as you can see if you're watching us. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. Now, you opened this studio and it was back in 2017 with Omnia featuring Johnny Rose. Why Do You Run?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, if this studio wasn't open, and if you had to open this studio tomorrow, which track would you choose off your album Balance to open it with?
Oh, wow. Okay. I think
I've made a prediction, by the way.
a real opening. Well, that will be the opening, I think, of the second disc, La Résistance de l'Amour, maybe.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Well, I got that guess wrong then. I thought you would go with Wild Wild Son.
Really?
Just a hunch. I mean, there's no real reason. I just thought maybe that one. I guessed
it's one of my favorite tracks from the album. It's a very personal track.
Exactly.
And yeah.
Interesting, but it's just there's so much to choose from. Yeah. And you just mentioned about sides. All right. Why side one? Why side two? In the world that we live in the world that how we listen.
No, well, if we on Spotify, it's just one playlist. Yeah. Basically, it's 28 tracks. That's it. Well, I thought that we're still releasing CDs. We're still releasing vinyl of this. And I thought it would be cool to really have two sides, two CDs. To show two sides of myself as well, like Balance.
Yeah.
And that's the idea.
Quick question. Why black and white?
Well, obviously we know in life never anything is black and white. You're always trying to balance between the two. And I guess the balance is always in the middle. So I'm in the middle between the black and the white.
I see it. I see the artwork. I love it. Right, what are you going to play for us next?
Well, what about Wild Wild Sun then?
Thank you very much.
Hello, sun, you're ready to come into the air. We can't wait to hold you and rock you to sleep in your rocking chair. Before you know it, you'll be standing, crashing around the house like bandits all day. You can't get into too much trouble. Nothing's gonna stop me from loving you always. My wild, wild son, run free. Ooh, you'll know it when you're where you're supposed to be. Ooh, my wild, wild son, run free. Ooh, you'll know it when you're living out your dream.
I love it. Let's talk time. Let's talk balance. We could talk about so much. So thank you for spending time with us. I know we're going crazy online right now. People are loving what you're telling us. We're delving so deep. But you've mentioned balance a lot, and you've mentioned your own album, but you haven't mentioned Gaia yet. And we're playing music in the background. You can hear that right now. And you've spoken about the time spent being a father, being a husband, being a DJ, being a producer. What is the perfect balance? How do you manage your life? How does it work out? There's too much going on, surely.
Well, I want to stop by pretending that it's perfect. It's never really. Because if I'm on tour, I miss my family and I miss the people that are important to me. And when I'm at home, I miss my fans and I miss being on the road and the excitement and everything. So it's never really perfect, is it? We should stop thinking that my life is easy. I mean, it's great and I love being a DJ and it's absolutely amazing, travel all over the world. But it's hard. It's hard
a
away
job,
from,
isn't it?
it's a
work.
job. Well, yeah.
You have to do hard work.
Yeah.
You have to put a lot of hours in. It's the same. It's just a different subject, right?
I want to say to all my fans, I'm doing everything I can to do the best I can. And I've been doing that for 20 years. I
mean, let me just tell you
Yeah.
that I, as a fan, your fans representing the trans community and your fans, we know that because it's clear to see.
Yeah, but it's the process of creation is sometimes painful. I mean, it's a struggle in the studio. Insecurities. Is this track finished? Is it good? Is it not too long? Is the breakdown? It's an ongoing struggle where finding the balance in yourself to find your own happiness inside.
Yeah,
and that is that's sometimes what I struggle with. But I don't want to complain. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have the best job in the world and the best fans. But I want to show this side of myself as well, and I want to scream it from the rooftops. It's okay to be who you are. And I've accepted more than who I am than I did maybe 20 years ago. In 2010, I had a really, really difficult time as a DJ because I don't know, I was the most unhappy guy in the world, touring everywhere around the world. And I wanted to please my fans so much that reading a little comment on Twitter could completely ruin my day. And I mean, ruin it like I'm gone, I could be depressed and then the next day I'll get over it and you get on your feet again and then on you go. But that feeling never really went away because you're always insecure. And I guess every artist has this and is struggling with, and we all pretend like we're happy, hands in the air, because, it is an amazing moment. But in reality, for me, sometimes it is a struggle to please everybody.
Make us happy. Get in the mix. Right, this is what you've traveled the world doing. It's what we love you for. Do you know what you're going to play in the... Well, let's just do like a 3-track mix. Is that all right? Because we've spoken a lot. There's so much more to ask. What you're going to kick off with and what's going to come next, do you know?
This is a single that's dropping this week with Bully Songs again. It's actually a follow-up to Blah Blah Blah, believe it or not. It's a million voices.
This is the sound of Tomorrowland. This is One World Radio, and you are checking out Armin van Buuren. This is Balance.
Making noise as one. I spent my years trying to open doors, hoping I'd find what I was searching for. I swear you made it all worth the wait. I promise that we'll make all our memories out. You told all your friends that you dreamed about. You made me find something real, find something real. If clouds block the sun and rain on our parade, I'll see the light through the trees like I did the day. You made me find something real, find something real. You made me find something real, find something real. You made me find something real, find something real. Find something. I put my heart on the line for you. I move the oceans if you wanted me to. So you know that it's all been worth the wait. I promise that we'll make all our memories out. You told all your friends that you dreamed about. You made me find something real, find something real. If clouds block the sun and rain on our parade, I'll see the light through the trees like I did the day. You made me find something real, find something real, find something real. You made me find something real, find something real. You made me find something real, find something real. You made me find something real, find something real.
This is One World Radio, the sound of Tomorrowland, and we are live with Armin van Buuren. You can watch us on YouTube, you can watch us on Facebook Live. And the man himself just playing with his toys in his own house. This is literally, we are live in the Estate of Trance studio. Thanks for having us here, Armin. Are you having a good time?
Amazing, yeah, it's cool. It feels special to be a guest in your own studio, but
Of course. But isn't it strange playing your own music? Have you actually sat in your studio and put all these tracks together in any shape, form?
not yet. No, this is the first time. Yeah.
Because that must be quite strange for, I don't know because I've not done it, but as a DJ, as a producer, when you've got this such a vast collection, just put them together and see how they sound. It's weird, right? You do a mixtape.
It's a journey, but to me also, it's like all these 28 tracks are like little gifts. They're little stories. I know how the tracks were made because I made them, and so I have a completely different story with everyone. And another funny fact is that I haven't made a single track on the album the same way. Sometimes I was the writer. Sometimes it just was a beat. Sometimes somebody sent me a vocal. Mm-hmm. Sometimes there's a story, different story behind every track on the album,
which is fantastic. Now let me talk about the vocalists just quickly because there's so many good ones.
Uh-huh.
Is it okay to ask if you've got a personal favorite that you just love over and above all?
Oh no, I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be working with vocalists I don't like. So
of course,
they're all. But that's the politically correct answer.
All right, it's worth asking because there's so many good. Like Neo, what's it like when you work with Sam Martin and you work with Neo?
Sam,
and you work with
Sam has
Simcoe?
become such a close friend.
Right.
He is so amazing. Sam Martin is such a great guy.
Yeah.
In all, and
Josh Cumbie. So you see all of these different people. You see, I've just named 4, but.
Yeah, but it's like asking who's your best friend because they've all become my close friends,
Sure, okay.
and I love them all. And of course, it's easier to work with some than others because some vocalists are more talented than others. But that's going to be my answer, mate. Sorry.
Did Neo bring an entourage of 15 to the recording session?
No. Well, it was really good to work with Neo because I learned a lot about who he is and how he is, and it's. I've learned so much from his vocal production guy as well. He told me, I know now a little bit how genius he is. I mean, we already know Neo is a superstar.
Yeah, man.
And to me, he resembles a lot of the Michael Jackson stuff, he has that way of singing. And I know now how particular he is about his vocal chain and how he wants to sound. And I've had so much fun creating all these tracks. I can talk about it for hours. We don't have, but
unfortunately, maybe episode 2 we can do. This is the white edition. We can do black edition in the future. I have no idea, but
exactly.
These stories are fantastic, and the tracks that we're hearing are beautiful. So where do we go next? Where are you taking us on this journey of balance?
Well, we just played 3 tracks a little bit more in balance, or something you might expect from me.
Sorry, just before we carry on, I love that the BT track, and I've been a huge BT fan since ever.
Me too.
So again, just super great.
Thank you. Yeah, it's such an honor to work with such a legend again.
Yeah.
And it was really I feel humbled again to be a part of his legacy because he's one of the people that will always be remembered for the genius music that he's created. The next track, though, is a track that's already been out. It's been destroying my sets, and I know you guys have been playing it on One World Radio. And I'll play you the edit. And I'm really, really happy about this one. It's different, though.
Bring the energy.
Mr. Navigator.
Back to the basics, freed from cages, into the world of joy, not stasis. Natural chemicals and the fiend dopamine storming on my brain like a wild, wild vaccine. Welcome back, Mr. Navigator, to rule your life and be the operator. Who's the role, find the soul, get the goal, make it whole, never let the system take cruise control. This is the weekend, rain low things and meet your cool friend. Time to dance, take a chance, go wild in a trance. Everyone come in a game of romance. Welcome back, Mr. Navigator, to rule your life and be the moderator. Live it up, let it flow, lose it up, let it go. Be the miracle, your own commando. Commando, 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 commando. Welcome back, Mr. Navigator. To the basics, free from cages, into the world of joy, not stasis. Natural chemicals and the fiend dopamine storming on my brain like a wild, wild vaccine. Welcome back, Mr. Navigator, to rule your life and be the moderator. Live it up, let it flow, lose it up, let it go. Be the miracle, your own commando. Welcome back, Mr. Navigator. Welcome back, Mr. Navigator. Welcome back, Mr. Navigator. Welcome back, Mr. Navigator. Navigator, 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 welcome back, Mr. Navigator. Welcome back, Mr. Navigator. Welcome back, Mr. Navigator.
There we go. I was just actually planning my next link, and this track ran out. How do you shorten a record like that into a radio edit? And like, for example,
killing your darlings, man.
Is it? It must be really, really difficult because obviously you've got them for your DJ sets, and then everybody like us give us a radio edit, please.
Yeah.
Which bits do you leave out? What get left on the cutting room floor?
That's tough. Yeah, it is exactly. But sometimes it does get better. Sometimes I edit it and it really hurts. It's like, okay, let's take my kidney out. Let's take my heart out. And, I'm just happy that it all came together. I just wanted for Mr. Navigator to make a short edit because, you want to keep the attention.
It's wicked. It's
a fun little gimmicky track.
But for me, it's totally inspired. And correct me if I'm wrong. Come on. You love the rave. You love the sound of the Hoover. That's inspired by Dominator, right? No?
Well, I didn't actually put that one in. I did put other elements in, but not that one.
Okay.
That was put in by Tempo Gusto, who I made this track with.
Yeah. But you can hear the similarities, right? And
Yes.
I love it because it's not the same, but it's obviously, I love that you've looked back and gone, not you personally, but yeah, I need that in this, which is brilliant. So we've gone through many tracks. I think we've gone through 9, 10. We've got so many to choose from. Have you got a personal favorite on the album?
I do, actually. And it's a funny little track that I created together with DJ Swivel, who you know for his work with the Chainsmokers.
Yeah.
And I met him in LA when we were working on Sex, Love and Water. Super nice guy. And he has a new singer that he was pitching me. And I said, well, would love to work with her. She has a great voice and really up and coming and talented. And she wrote a song that is so amazing. And I don't know why this song, when I listen to the album myself, this is one of the tracks that I keep coming back to. It's Runaway with Candice Sosa.
What would this be if not constantly hollow and empty? What could this mean? I've made peace with my inner enemy. Who am I now that the silence surrounds? It's so loud, there's nothing to block out. I'm not proud of the emptiness following me everywhere I go, lurking just beneath fragile surface, itching to release. Is it worth it? Go back to the days, constant hurting. Tell me there's a way out of this, 'cause right now I'm just going through all of the motions. That's the only way that I know how to function. Spent so many years fighting tears and emotion. Finally figured out it's my only solution. And I can't win this war. It's been several years and I'm still locked out of the same damn door. Lurking just beneath fragile surface, itching to release. Is it worth it to go back to the days, constant hurting? Tell me there's a way out of this, 'cause right now I'm just going through all of the motions. That's the only way that I know how to function. Spent so many years fighting tears and emotion. Finally
I'm a great believer in the power of three. So this next question is based on the fact that that track is your favorite on the album. You've made 7 studio albums,
Yes.
and now I want you to choose your favorite 3 out of them all, please.
Oh my gosh, putting me on the spot
right.
again. Well, obviously my first one's 76 because that's where it all started.
Great.
I think Intense.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, why is that? Why is that one
I don't
of
know,
your
everything
favorite
came together with that album. Sometimes you just have the magic. It was a real struggle to finish that album though. Spent a lot of time in the studio. And it was actually, the first time I felt more free in the studio to be creative on the back of the success of This Is What It Feels Like.
Is that's the album cover where you're with your headphones, right? That's probably the most tattooed album cover I've ever seen, right?
I've seen some people having tattoos of that one.
Yeah. So there's
true.
2, and where does this rank? Where does Balance? I know it's...
I'm not sure yet. I mean, it's such a radically different album than all my others. First of all, it's a double album. Second, it's only edits. But don't worry, all the extended versions are available on the portals out there. So for everyone that still wants to hear the extended versions.
Right.
But it's a completely different time now. The way we consume music is radically different than we did 5 or 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Everything is streaming, So I wanted to adapt to that, which was hard because I love an extended version. But it's the fact of the matter. You can only draw attention to your music if it's short and sweet. And
Attention spans is changing,
Yeah,
right?
exactly,
It's like the dance floor changes. I noticed that. And the A is for adaptation, agility. Armin, I like
there
it.
you go.
What about... Okay, so we are running out of time, and then loads of you going, stop talking, just play the music. But there's something else you've done for us, and that is called the Friendship Mix. 1 hour of just you in the mix, and you can get that on our YouTube channel. You can get that wherever you listen. Did you have fun mixing that for us?
Absolutely. Well, it's always that we do the special thing every week for you guys.
Which is coming up later.
Yes.
Armin van Buuren's
it's
weekend kickoff, if you're unfamiliar with that. The weekend only starts when Armin says so. That's just something, all right? So, yeah, but the Friendship Mix is something special. It's a 1 hour of just you delving deep in the decks. And, yeah, if you want just Armin, just in the mix, go check that out, because we're just digging deep here and sharing stories. We are nearly at our journey's end. Unfortunately, it makes me sad, I'll be honest, because I've got 1,000,001 other questions I want to ask.
Well, I have more tracks to play.
Funnily enough.
We knew that we was not going to be able to play everything. It's
all right,
difficult.
Well, we're running out of time. You have to choose another track to play. So what's next?
Shall we go for a little bit of imbalance, or you want to be balanced?
Imbalanced.
Imbalanced. All right, this is my track with David Hodges, Waking Up With You.
$1:27 in the morning, I'll be up before you know it, but I'm wide awake. Why am I awake? Every time I see your number, I can't help but answer. Do you do the same when you see my name? So come on, give me all of your secrets. Come on over, I promise I'll keep them. We can lay here and listen to the weekend, every minute till the weekend. If I'm gonna be tired all day, 'cause you got me staying up so late, reading into every word you say. Then why am I not waking up with you in this bed? Don't you tell me that we're not there yet, 'cause I've been waiting since the day we met. Why am I not waking up with you? Why am I not waking up with you? You. Waking up with you. Waking up with you. So why am I not waking up with you? You. Waking up with you. Give me all of your secrets. Come on over. I promise I'll keep them. We can lay here and listen to the weekend, every minute till the weekend. If I'm gonna be tired all day, 'cause you got me staying up so late, reading into every word you say. Then why am I not waking up with you in this bed? Don't you tell me that we're not there yet, 'cause I've been waiting since the day we met.
This is One World Radio.
Waking up with you.
It is the sound of Tomorrowland, but it's actually been the sound of balance with Armin van Buuren, and it's been an absolute pleasure to spend this time in your studio talking about your stories and bringing these tracks to life, making them human. I love it.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time. Thanks for the support, Tomorrowland One World Radio. And please feel free to use the studio more often, because I'm using it for 2 hours for my radio show every week. But, you know, the idea was that we have people like yourself, great radio host, good friend, to use the studio for what you guys are doing, because Tomorrowland rules the world, right? And Tomorrowland One World Radio is part of that. So I'm honored and privileged. It's a privilege for me that you guys are here.
But if I book the studio, do I get Ruben as well? Can I get Ruben as part of that package, right?
Sure, yeah, he loves it. You have to ask him, not me.
Look, we're nearly out of time, but there's a few things we need to address, like the tour. 2020, yes. North America, as much as I'm aware. I don't know what you can share and what you can't, but
bus tour.
Right, okay.
I'm going to go on a bus tour to celebrate the release of Balance, and visiting a lot of cities where I haven't been in years. But I think, if there's a better way to to really do the groundwork again, then this is it. I won't be touring that much next year, though, because I take more time off to spend at home and to balance everything out. But I'm also, I do need to be with my fans, and I want to celebrate. So I'm going to do power touring, which means 3 weeks on the road, 3 weeks at home.
Nice.
That kind of schedule.
That's good. It's the balance that you've been looking for.
Exactly.
Can we do this again soon?
Absolutely. It's a pleasure.
I don't know.
I don't know if I have a new album soon. But
well, we started this year off and you said to me, I've got lots of new music, and at that point you couldn't share. I think it was at Tomorrowland Winter, in fact. And we're like, well, what then? And now the story...
I dropped two albums this year. Yeah, Gaia, Moons of Jupiter, and a double album. So there you go.
So it's just been an amazing year. And thank you for being part of what has been an amazing hour. Thank you for being part of what we do here on One World Radio. It's all love, and I know that everybody listening and everybody watching has had just a great time. So congratulations on the success of the album, which is out today. If you've not already got it, go and download it, go and stream it, do whatever you do, however you do it. Can you get this on vinyl? Just the thing? I don't know.
Absolutely. Yeah, the vinyl's coming out in a few weeks. It takes time to press, because that's actually has to be made, So yeah, do you have a personal favorite already? Last question.
Tracks.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but a Wild Wild Sun is quite an attachment for me. Maybe it's because I've lived with it for longer than maybe some of the others, right? Mm-hmm. But like you said, in the future, I'll come back to you and say, actually, this track means more to me now, because like advice, if you get advice when you're 25 and you get the same advice when you're 35, it means different things at different times, right?
Fine wine takes time.
Good work. Armin, it's been a pleasure. We have to finish now. It has been Tomorrowland. It has been One World Radio. It has been the sound of Tomorrowland. We love you. Take care.
Thanks, man.